from deep in the heart of the San Fernando Valley, it's Hanging with Dr. Z, with Rusty Steel and the Steel Wheels. Tonight, funny man Ron Funches. This monkey means business. The doctor will see you now.
Hey! Thank you very much. Hello. Hello, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome to Hanging with Dr. Z. I'm Dr. Z. You're the audience. So thank you for coming out. We have a wonderful show for you tonight. We have a special guest. We have Rusty Steel and the Steel Wheels right over there. And with Rusty is his beautiful bride, Claudine. Claudine?
Claudine.
Claudine, how are you, Claudine?
I'm okay. How are you, Dr. Z?
I'm great. Thank you for, you say Zed because you're French Canadian.
That's right.
How are you, Rusty?
I'm doing really well.
You know Morse code. You can blink a message if you don't want to say it.
Yeah.
What does that mean, Morse code?
It's Morris. It's a cat that used to sell
Morris?
cat food.
Morris the cat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
what it
funny.
means.
I know Morris the cat. He's orange like you.
Okay.
Yep. I know this is gonna be fun. She doesn't want to sit in the green room, and she's very comfortable looking over my shoulder. There you go.
You know, I'm from a big family. I have a lot of brothers and sisters. And I to my mom, we're all the same. No one's accomplishments are any greater than anyone else's, which is, in my case, clearly not true. I'm head and shoulders above all of them. So I call up my mother and I say, we've been picked up for another season. And she, to keep the playing field equal, goes, oh, it's amazing. Your sister just found a blue jay's nest in her mailbox. And I'm like, that's not the same thing, Mom. Those have nothing to do with each other. One is a random occurrence based on chance, and one is an accomplishment based on talent and perseverance. I think that every overachiever has a mother like that. I'm sure Neil Armstrong called up his mom. Hey, I just had a big meeting at NASA. Guess whose son is going to be the first man to walk on the moon? And his mom was like, well, guess whose brother just walked into the carport and found a raccoon giving birth? All right, Mom, I'll call you when I'm back from the moon. And that's probably how, I hope it didn't work that way. Being on the moon would be your only excuse to miss the show tonight. We have an amazing lineup. We have actor and comedian Ron Funches is here. And actor Ernest Borgnine will be right out on the stage to suffocate a moose with his hands. You'll see it here first. So, I'm the doctor. Don't leave us any money. We'll bill your insurance. Who's sitting on the best beef in Hollywood? Ava Gardner, that's who. If you're looking for meat that's hot and gobble-worthy, Ava Gardner's Frank Hole is the place to find it. Ava Gardner's Frank Hole is a fun and family-friendly Frankfurt Fantasia. Try a Doodles Weaver Dipsy Dog. Or Forrest Tucker Footlong, the Frank that feeds the family. Ava Gardner's Frank Hole. 30% off if you don't mention Mickey Rooney in scenic Boyle Heights. And we are back. What do you call that song?
That song is called Help Yourself to Anything I Have.
The Sonny Bono thing that you have going is dynamite.
Yeah. But...
Well, let's move on.
Okay.
We have, I guess as I told you at the top of the show, our guest tonight is a very good friend of mine. He's an incredibly talented comedian and actor. You can hear him on Hulu on the show Badly Drawn Lines. Please welcome your friend and mine, Ron Funches, everybody.
Hey. Hello, Dr. Z.
How are you, Ron?
I'm doing well. It's so good to be in this secret location.
Well, we like to keep things on. When you get out into the sketchier parts of the valley, you got to kind of dial it down. We're one of the only clothed productions that uses this facility. Now, Ron, I have guests on the show, and then I have friends on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You're a friend.
Well, thank
And
you,
I
Dr.
feel that you're a friend to everybody. If there was a town called Wow, you're the mayor. You said you're a big fan of wrestling. How did that come about for you?
Oh, I just loved it since I was a kid. How could you not? The pageantry, the strength, the feather boas, everything that you want. Costumes, excitement, chanting. It's one of the few places where you are supposed to chant things out and it won't cause a curse or a spell to happen.
That's a fear. And that's a big fear. That you're in a crowd, you're chanting, and the next thing you know, you've summoned something.
Absolutely. Several movies have mentioned it. Beetlejuice, Candyman. Sometimes if you chant, bad things happen.
I once remember I went into Sammy Davis Jr.'s house, and there was a mirror on the wall, and I said 3 times in a row, I'm glad to see this thing vertical. I'm glad to see this thing vertical. I'm glad to see this thing vertical. And sobriety was summoned, but only for the afternoon. Rusty, did you have a question for Ron?
Why did Funches Munches potato chips fail? I mean, I used to really enjoy those a lot. I just want to know why they never
Fair question.
really caught on.
Well, thank you for asking. And it's a wonderful question. I was very proud of the Funches Munches brand of chips that we went after. I think a lot of the issues was our flavor profile that we went for. People weren't really into like sweet chips, like ice cream flavored chips.
Yeah, I like those.
Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed them.
It's the sweet and the salt, like M&Ms and a pretzel.
Yes, that's what we were going for, but instead it was just Napoleon ice cream. What was my favorite?
Ketchup. You have
Yeah.
ketchup chip?
And by the way, you brought up something that I really love is Funyuns. I just the light bulb that went off in that guy's head to go in the next day. You know what's fun? Onions. That guy deserves every penny he has.
Yeah, really doing a rebranding for onions. People were always associating them with crying, with feeling bad. But he's like, no, they're fun.
And Ron, somebody told me I was reading about you that you got married again.
Mm-hmm.
So this is you're 2 marriages now.
Two marriages down.
So you seem to not want to learn. Would that be a fair assessment?
It's possible.
You were very young when you married for
I
the
was
first
very
time, weren't
young.
you?
I was 22 years old when I
Oh,
got
you
married.
come on.
Yeah, but there was not much respect, not much trust. And I was a larger man. She made me wear big shirts with big dogs on them just to keep me from other women trying to sleep with me. But my wife now wants me to be cute. She wants me to relax. We just hang out, we play video games, and we watch Seinfeld all day, and then we have sex. And that's a great time for me.
For years, that's the relationship I had with Tyne Daly. How long have you been married in this marriage now?
We had our 1-year anniversary.
Oh.
That's such a beautiful story, Ron. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish I could can your optimism, but I'm not saying I want you to suffocate. That's a very important distinction.
No, that's highly important. I appreciate it.
But it's always such a delight. You're like a rainbow sticker on the back of a police car. I wish I saw you more than I do.
That is a beautiful compliment, Dr. Z. Same
Ron
here.
Funches, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause.
Tomorrow night, musician Tiny Tim and director Tim Burton.